and welcome to BNN. I'm your host, Jacob Harvey.
And I'm your co-host, Martin Torres.
Last week, we had a great adventure.
Screwing the movie McFarland USA.
Here's Elizabeth for more.
Okay, I'm here with Mr. Pombyside to talk about the movie McFarland USA. So, why are you selling tickets for McFarland USA?
Well, I was just completely inspired by the movie trailer. I was in there some weeks ago watching The American Sniper, and the first movie trailer was McFarland USA. And in a packed theater, I just could sense such positive and enthusiastic energy for the movie because I think it's so much like Marshalltown. And so what I wanted to do is get as many kids out this weekend as possible and the following weekend to see this inspiration movie because I feel that Marshalltown is just as inspiring and can be even more inspiring in the future. So this is a great story. What's most amazing is it's a true story. And we also have a great story to tell.
What difference would it make?
Well, I think when we can inspire any young person, but at least high school age or a group of students, to do better than they've done in the past, to unite, to work together, to build community, to be more understanding and more tolerant and more accepting, those things last for a lifetime. And I think the movie has the potential to do that. And so that's why I think as many kids as we can see that movie. Last night I saw that show, and a teacher said we ought to show that entire movie to our entire student body in a private showing in the auditorium. And I don't disagree with that at all because it is that good.
Is there any significant culture in the movie?
Yeah, it's predominantly about the Hispanic culture and the Anglo culture and its clash, but also its ability to come together, to be a community, to support one another, and to do extraordinary things. And so those are the two primary cultures. But you also have a culture of poverty and understanding how poverty impacts young people. But But also it's a culture of excellence that we will not allow poverty or language or culture or anything like that stand in our way of being excellent. And then that's the ultimate message of this movie.
How do you think it'll affect our community if we see it?
Anything we can do to bridge our community, to build community together, bring people together, to have people laugh with one another, learn each other's cultures, but more importantly, to unite as one community with a common vision and common goal, and that is to be the very best community and best school we can be. And I think that's the power of this message, and that's why I want to get as many kids out as possible, because ultimately, it's student leadership is what matters the most, both in our school as well as in our community. We really need positive, strong, and thoughtful leadership here at MHS and in the community.
Okay, that's all I have for today.
Thank you, and we hope everybody goes out and sees it all next week as well, and go Bobcats.
Well, that's amazing.
Well, did you hear about the forensics team?
No, I haven't.
Both Megan Emerson and Chandler Fisher both made it to nationals.
Well, that's great for them. That's amazing. Hey, Jacob, did you ever play soccer?
Yes, I did.
Well, I heard that Angel got an interview with Mr. Hegel.
Yeah, I did too. Here's Angel with the interview.
My name is Angel Hernandez, and I'm here with Mr. Hegel, and I'm here to ask you a couple questions about the soccer signups. So, when are the soccer signups?
Boys soccer will be having their sign-up meeting on March 2nd after school. That will be in the announcements, so if you're a boys soccer player, you'll want to be listening to the announcements. Our girls soccer sign-up is actually next Wednesday, February 25th.
So, what time do the practices start?
Practices will begin on March 16th for boys and March 23rd for the girls. They do start a week apart. Our early season practices will be after school, but usually because of weather, those practices are indoors. Without having the roundhouse this year, practices will be a little bit more complicated. We will use Lenahan, our 5th and 6th grade building, and we'll actually also use the gymnasiums at the community college as well.
How long are the practices?
Most of our early season practices are going to be right around 2 hours in length. The trick with indoor practices is we may have to stagger practices, meaning our 9th graders may practice right after school at Lenahan, followed by our JV kids from, say, 5:30 to 7:30. So we will be practicing early in the morning at 6 a.m. with our girls' teams and also into the evening with our boys' teams.
How many coaches are there?
For our girls program, we have 3 coaches. Allie Osmondson is our head coach. Mike Garrels and Stacy Galima are her assistants. And for our boys team, we have 4 coaches. Chris Foxen is our varsity head coach. He's assisted by Jeff Niederman, Alex Baggert, and I have 1 coach yet to hire. I have someone in mind to recommend, but I can't share that person. That person will be our 9th grade coach.
So when's the first game?
Our first game is against Urbandale at Urbandale on April 2nd. Hopefully the weather will cooperate, but right now we've got 10 inches of snow on the ground. So unfortunately, soccer games a lot of times get postponed and rescheduled due to weather.
So like how long are like the seasons usually?
Well, our seasons begin in, like I said, early March, mid-March. Postseason can run all the way to the beginning of June. Last year, our first round of postseason, we actually hosted it versus Indianola, and that was on the Tuesday after Memorial Day, so late May, early June.
Well, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Well, that's all we have for you this week.
And check us out next week. And remember to live the Bobcat dream.